Hello, everyone. It's a great pleasure to be back again on the channel. We are learning to be an expert and perfect public speaker. Yes, also, we are learning today's hottest topic that is, we have to give up worry. Yes, and we have to face the worst, isn't it? Yes, the answer to that was, as we continue further, the answer to that was the ruin of my business. Yes, that's the worst that can happen. When you and I are in business, and what will happen, the worst case will be our business will be over. I can't, yes. And what will happen is the business would be over. Yes, this will be the worst. I can't go to jail. All that can happen is that I shall be ruined by the publicity, as we were understanding yesterday. Yes, then I said to myself, all right, the business is ruined. I accept that mentally. What happens next? Well, in my business ruin, I would probably have to look for a job, isn't it? When your business is gone, you have to look for a job, isn't it? Yes. And also, there, that wasn't bad. As far as we can do the job, let us do the job. Okay? That is what I said to myself. Yes, I knew a lot about oil, and there were several firms that might be glad to employ me. Now, here the point is, I am knowing something. You and I know some things like about the literature or the painting or about the English studies. Whatever we know, we can get a job, isn't it? As a teacher, as a preacher, as a guide, whatever, if we know the places in the city. So we can always get a job if we have lost our business. What will be the worst case? We do not have to take the tension and worry. Okay? Yes. And well, with my business ruin, I would probably have to look for a job that wasn't bad. I knew a lot about oil. I began to feel better. I began to feel better within myself. The blue funk I had been in for 3 days and nights began to little lift a little. See, when you have tension, it's the worst. I'm a doctor, okay? You get heaviness in your head. You cannot do anything. You are agitated. You are upset. You feel life is worthless, isn't it? When you are in tension, your BP will go high. You'll be falling sick, and you'll be an irritating character. Yes, so when you tell yourself, see, I can do a job, it's okay, no problem, okay? And also, my emotions, yes, calmed down. And to my astonishment, I was able to think. Now, when we are in tension, our ability to think also gets blocked, it stops. So, when we take out a solution, we can go ahead, isn't it? I was clear headed enough now to face step 3, improve on the worst. Okay, improve on the worst. Let us do it. Okay, as I thought of solutions, an entirely new angle presented itself to me. If I told my attorney the whole situation, he might find a way out. He may fight, he might find a way out, which I hadn't thought of. I know it sounds stupid to say that this hadn't even occurred to me before. But of course, I hadn't been thinking. I had only been worshipping. I immediately made up my mind that I would see my attorney first thing in the morning, and then I went to bed and slept like a dog. I slept like a dog, okay? Which means to say that I was not having sleep for a long time and I slept like a dog, okay? Yes, I slept with all my, worries as they are over. Okay. How did it end? How did it end? Well, the next morning, my lawyer told me to go and see the district attorney and tell him the truth. Tell him the truth. Yes, for the word is true. You will know the truth and you will be set free. John 8, verse 32. When we know the truth, yes, we all are wondering, what's the truth? What's the truth? What's the truth? When we know the truth, we are set free, isn't it? So I did precisely that. When I finished, I was astonished to hear that the DA, district attorney, say this blackmail racket has been going on for months and the man who claimed to be a government agent was a crook wanted by the police. What a relief to hear all this after I had tormented myself for 3 days and 3 nights, wondering whether I should hand over $5,000 to this professional swindler. Yes, isn't that wonderful? Yes, this experience taught me a lasting lesson. Very important point. This experience taught me a lasting lesson. Now, whenever I face a pressing problem that threatens to worry me, I give it what I call the old Willis H. Courier formula. What? Old Willis H. Courier formula. If you think Willis H. Courier had troubles, listen. You ain't heard nothing yet. Here is a story of Earl P. Haney. Here's a story of Earl P. Haney, who lives at 52 Wedgmere Avenue, Winchester, Massachusetts. Yes, here is a story as he told it to me himself on November 17, 1948, in the Hotel Statler in Boston. Yes, back in the 20s, he said, I was so worried that ulcers began eating the linings of my stomach. One night, I had a terrible hemorrhage. Yes, I was rushed to the hospital and connected. Yes, that is connected with the School of Medicine of Northwestern University in Chicago. My weight dropped from 175 pounds to 90 pounds. I was so ill. Yes, 175 to 90 pounds, the weight was there. I was so ill, I was warned not even to lift my hand. Not even to lift my hand. It was so bad condition. Yes, three doctors, including